Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now there's only a few hours to go until this next weekly candle close, which could potentially confirm this massive pattern right here on the weekly time frame. And while this is happening, we are also forming a new pattern in the short term, which I'll talk more about later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, starting off on the daily Bitcoin chart, and right now, as I've recorded this video, the price of Bitcoin is still playing out this bullish divergence on the daily time frame. And in case you're new to all of this, what a bullish divergence means is that we're due to see reduced bearish momentum, which usually plays out in the form of either choppy sideways price action or a slight bullish relief. And now, sometimes they can act as reversal signals, basically reversing the trend, but technically speaking, that is simply not the most common outcome. Once again, the most common outcome from a bullish divergence is simply reduced bearish momentum, so either sideways price action or a slight bullish relief. And generally speaking, a bullish divergence visible on the daily time frame plays out over roughly around 1 to 2 weeks before it begins to wear off. But on the larger time frames, like this weekly Bitcoin chart, these divergences usually play out over multiple months. And right now, we are getting extremely close to potentially confirming a massive bullish divergence here on the weekly Bitcoin charts, because this next weekly candle close is in just a few hours from now at the time of recording this video. In fact, it's in around 4 hours from now as of recording this video. So by the time you're watching this, it might have already happened. And basically, if this weekly candle closes while the weekly candle is in the green, so pretty much the price of Bitcoin would need to remain above around 16.3K at this weekly candle close, then if that happens, that would be the first confirmation signal for this massive bullish divergence here on the weekly time frame once again. And if you're looking at the last significant divergence we saw on the weekly Bitcoin chart, this was of course a bearish divergence because we saw higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, showing a loss in bullish momentum. And what we are seeing right now on the weekly time frame formed between the June low and the most recent low is basically the opposite of what we saw back here at the bull market top. And so this will definitely be something very interesting to pay attention to moving forward. And of course, I'll keep you updated every day here on the channel and in real time over on my Twitter, link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But now taking a look at the short term, this right here is the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart. And obviously the price of Bitcoin in the short term is still in this choppy sideways price range in between roughly around 15.7K and 17K. And when you consider the fact that the 4-hour Bitcoin price oscillators are still showing very low momentum to either direction, I still continue to expect a little bit more choppy sideways price action, at least in the short term. But while the Bitcoin price is consolidating right now, this is also forming another short-term pattern visible on the 2-hour time frame, which is a potential symmetrical triangle pattern, because obviously we have this descending line of resistance and an ascending line of support that have both been contacted 3 separate times, which technically activates the formation phase for a symmetrical triangle pattern. And this line of resistance is sitting at around 16.6K, and this line of support is sitting at around 16.4K. And so basically, if the price of Bitcoin confirms a break above that line of resistance or confirms a break below that line of support, that would potentially signal the next volatile move, at least just in the short term, and activate the next technical price targets. And now previously, if you've been watching my videos over the last 1 to 2 days, then you'll notice that this was potentially a head and shoulders pattern forming in the short term, because we did have a possible left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Although, as I've also been saying over the last 2 days, we need to see a confirmed break below this neckline in order to actually confirm the head and shoulders pattern. Otherwise, the pattern simply is never confirmed if we don't see a break below this level. And so now that we've seen basically another bounce off that level, we are obviously no longer forming a head and shoulders pattern, and now potentially forming a symmetrical triangle pattern, which can still break in the bearish direction, of course, if we break support, which would have a somewhat similar price target to that potential head and shoulders pattern. But now that this is a symmetrical triangle pattern forming, we now have the chance of seeing a bullish breakout compared to only the chance of a bearish break to the downside, like this head and shoulders pattern was suggesting. And as for the technical price targets for this pattern right here, if we end up seeing a confirmed break below that level of support that I just mentioned, then we'll have a technical price target at almost exactly $16,000 per Bitcoin, which from the point of the break to that price target would be a drop of around 2.5%. But on the flip side, if we end up seeing a confirmed break above that level of resistance that I just mentioned, then we'll have a technical price target at almost exactly $17,000 per Bitcoin, which would also fall in this range of resistance. And as you can see here on the 2-hour Bitcoin chart, obviously the 2-hour Bitcoin RSI is also in a consolidation range, a tightening range, getting ready to potentially see a breakout sometime soon. And for the day traders out there, it doesn't actually matter whether the Bitcoin price breaks bullish or breaks bearish, because either way, with a trade, we can still make money with a long position or a short position, for example. And if you want to know more about that, or even how to make money in a choppy sideways price range, then stick around to the end of this video to find out more. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, right here on the daily time frame, the price of ETH is potentially finally beginning to break above this previous golden pocket level of support, which has been acting as new resistance over the last few days. And in case you're new to this channel, this golden pocket is coming into play in between around 1180 up to around 1210, but we still really need to see at least a daily candle close above 1210 in order to actually confirm the break back above this golden pocket. And so for now, at least at the time of recording this video, we have not yet seen a confirmed break back above this golden pocket, at least as of right now. But what we have seen over the last one day on this chart right here is a confirmed bullish cross in the daily Ethereum MACD. And so what this signal means for the price of ETH is that we're beginning to see a return in some bullish momentum on the daily time frame, but it is important to mention that this is still occurring within a larger technical downtrend. And so at least as of right now, considering we have not yet confirmed a reversal out of this larger downtrend, this bullish cross in the daily Ethereum MACD and this potential uptrend forming now in the daily Ethereum RSI are simply momentum signals telling us that we're potentially entering into a pause within the larger downtrend, kind of like what we saw back here, for example. But of course, as I've been saying over the last few days, in the imminent short term here on the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart, we do have some room to the upside just in the short term due to this confirmed breakout above this descending line of resistance, which is currently sitting at roughly around 1160 approximately. And obviously, since this breakout a few days ago, the price of ETH has moved slightly to the upside over the last few days. Although, as I've also mentioned recently on the channel, if you're looking at the 4-hour Ethereum price oscillators, these are currently showing very low bullish momentum, which means we shouldn't be expecting any extreme move to the upside in the short term, and instead we should be expecting more gradual moves to the upside, if not potentially some choppy sideways price action, because if you're looking at the 4-hour Ethereum RSI, this is almost just chopping around sideways right now. And if you're looking at the 4-hour Ethereum MACD, the bullish momentum has declined so much to the point where we're getting extremely close to potentially seeing a bearish cross in this indicator. And so simply based on these 4-hour Ethereum price oscillators lacking momentum right now, I would mostly be expecting some choppy sideways price action potentially over the next one day, just talking about the short term. And now if you want to know how to easily profit from not only bullish moves, but also bearish moves and choppy sideways price action, then make sure to check out these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left of your screen shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is either trending bullish or bearish, and the video in the bottom left of your screen shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.